you for giving us the opportunity to present to you our unique HVAC solution that will provide your building with an immune system. We will start this presentation by introducing our company, VITEC Arabia. We will then describe our product, the existing technologies, the challenges faced by the building owners, the benefits of VITEC's HVAC solution, its current applications, our levels of approval and the summary. VITEC Arabia WLL is a joint venture between VITEC Global UK, the patent holder, and Novus Capital Holdings, an investment company based in Abu Dhabi. VITEC Arabia was established in 2009, operating out of Abu Dhabi. VITEC Global is the holder of the VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology and the VITEC air purification system technology. VITEC Global Limited is a UK-based company with two divisions, VITEC Specialty Chemicals and VITEC Air Systems. Firstly, VITEC Specialty Chemicals is the company behind VAN, V-A-N, which stands for VITEC Antimicrobial Nanotechnology. This is an environmentally friendly liquid which uses state-of-the-art nanotechnology to kill microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses and fungi spores. The company is registered at the EPA, Environment Protection Agency in the United States, and is also a member of both the US Green Building Council and the UK Green Building Council. VITEC Air Systems produces a range of products known as VITEC Air Purification Systems. This system has been proven to be the most effective and safe way to purify and improve indoor air quality. The patented, innovative four-stage air purification system is owned under exclusive worldwide license by the company. The products incorporate VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology, ensuring a 99.997% first-pass kill rate against pathogenic microorganisms. It also eliminates noxious odors and is effective against allergens. The VITEC HVAC, short for heating, ventilation and air conditioning solution, comprises the VITEC air purification system and the VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology. It works by decontaminating critical surfaces in the HVAC system, such as the ducts in a lining and the fan coil unit, by periodically applying a coating of VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology onto them. Additionally, the air circulating in the HVAC system is purified from either the recirculated air or the fresh outside air. But please remember, outside air is rarely clean air, especially in this part of the world, where the heat and humidity act as an incubator for bacteria and viruses. The VITEC air purification system has 4 stages. These are Stage 1. As the air enters the unit, it immediately hits a directional grill that starts revolving the air in the unit in order to make it spend more time in the unit and hence subjecting it to more of the treatment. Stage 2. The air passes through an ultraviolet light at a wavelength of 184 nanometers. The air is exposed to safe and contained ozone, which destroys odors and hydrocarbons. Stage 3. The air passes through a loose biomatrix coated with VITEC advanced antimicrobial technology. This has been proven to permanently inhibit harmful bacteria-causing microbes on contact. And finally, Stage 4. The air passes through a second ultraviolet chamber, this time at a higher intensity and wavelength of 254 nanometers. The second UV chamber has 2 functions. Firstly, it destroys any surviving microbes, and secondly, it neutralizes any remaining ozone. Through all the 4 stages, the pressure drop does not exceed 75 Pascal. Numerous safety measures have been built into the system. These are 1. An ozone sensor, 1 meter down in the ducts, acts as a cutout if the unit produces too much ozone. 2. Microswitches in the unit's access panels ensure the bulbs cut out before anyone opens them to ensure that the UV light does not present a risk to people's eyes. And 3. When the ozone levels are too high because of ozone present in the room coming from other sources, the ozone bulbs cut out, but the germicidal bulbs continue running to speed up the ozone break process. The VITEC air purification system can be positioned in several locations within the HVAC system to yield different levels of protection and solutions. For example, when positioned in the air system prior to the air handling unit, its purpose would be to treat poor quality or odorous outdoor air before it's brought into the HVAC system. When positioned after the air handling unit, this will treat air brought in from the outside, also any recirculating air. With this feature, the fresh air intake can be minimized and a saving could be made on electricity, not only compensating the fresh air, but giving better and cleaner air from outside. When placed on the recirculating line before it joins the fresh, other recirculating air prior to the air handling unit, the unit will be able to treat different odorous environments, such as bars, kitchens, ICU rooms, laboratories, etc. When positioned at the exhaust discharge line, this will treat the air before it's exhausted to the atmosphere, thereby eliminating the risk of any pathogens, odours being discharged into the surrounding area, i.e. on a galley, kitchen, lab exhaust vent. Please note that the VITEC air purification system can be integrated into the ducting system of the building and can be retrofitted in new and existing buildings. Custom designed units can be made to suit duct size, airflows and available space. Traditionally, the following have acted as an air purification system. The high-efficiency particulate air filter known as the HEPA filter has a high retention efficiency of maximum 99.97%, and the ultra-low particulate air filter known as the ULPA filter, which has an ultra-high retention efficiency of maximum 99.999%. But due to the problems that characterize them, they are used only in critical areas and applications such as hospitals, food processing, etc. These problems which characterize them are the following. They retain and do not eliminate, kill microorganisms. There is a high pressure drop resulting in high operational costs and hence high energy consumption. The operational performance deteriorates over time, which will lead to blockages and blowouts, which brings us back to the function of the immune system, and that an immune system does not retain, it eliminates, kills, and acts in a preventative manner. By utilizing VITEC air purification system's three technologies, ozone, ultraviolet, and VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology, on its patented configuration, it is able to overcome shortcomings in other technologies when applied individually. In the HEPA filter system, the filter contains the microorganism in the filter, which requires the hazardous filter material to be removed with great care. All filter systems also require significantly more energy to drive the air through the system, leading to greater running costs. However, in the VITEC system, the microorganisms are killed and so become harmless. VITEC systems do not rely on heavy-duty thick filters and can push greater volumes of air through the system with less energy. In the UV-only system, UV radiation cannot kill microorganisms that are hidden on dirt or dust particles or are protected by clusters of other microorganisms. In addition, high doses of UV alone can cause mutation in the organisms. Conversely, VITEC systems break down and kill microorganisms when they pass through the active matrix filter before UV is applied at low doses to ensure complete safety. In the ionizing system, you would require a large number of ions to be effective against odors and microorganisms, which can cause side effects such as sore throats and headaches. Ionizers generally do not kill microorganisms. They cause them to become charged and stick to plates or other surfaces, including walls and ceilings. Unlike ionization, VITEC system is effective against all microorganisms. In ozone generators, ozone is harmful as well as the levels required to be effective. Ozone needs to be removed out of the air before it is inhaled because it can oxidize the body like rust does to steel, whereas there are no harmful elements produced by the VITEC system. VITEC HVAC solution provides a true immune system for your building by removal, elimination and prevention. VITEC HVAC solution provides an effective holistic solution for HVACs by removing microorganisms and allergens from the air circulating within the building. The system eliminates noxious odors from toilets and kitchens, as well as removing VOCs, volatile organic compounds, from the air. These are fumes released from paints, lacquers and detergents. VOCs are extremely dangerous if inhaled, as they can have long-term effects on your health, which only become evident 12 to 15 years later. VITEC also converts carbon monoxide gas, which can be deadly in enclosed areas, to less harmful carbon dioxide. and it prevents fungi growth on critical surfaces such as cooling ducts, floors and ceilings. The benefits of this are increased indoor air quality, leading to increased staff productivity and guest comfort, resulting in higher commercial returns. You'll also see an increased lifespan of HVAC component systems and building surfaces, reductions in running and maintenance costs, energy savings, and a huge decrease in the number of breakdowns. Challenge 1. Regional microclimate. There are challenges facing the HVAC system level due to the regional microclimate in this geographical area. These are 1. High temperatures reaching up to 50 degrees Celsius. 2. High levels of humidity and increased levels of suspended particle pollution due to the proximity of the desert and large numbers of construction projects. The result of the experienced regional microclimate characteristics is the initiation of vicious circles which can result in reducing the levels of commercial and asset return as explained in the diagram. As the outside air, which is not necessarily fresh, is induced into the building, it will contain high levels of humidity and biological contamination, where it is passed through particle filters, ducts and then cooling coils to cool the air. Because of the high level of biological contamination and humidity, there will be bacteria growth in the particle filter, ducts and cooling coils. Once that occurs, there will be a blockage on the air filters and growth on the inner duct lining, where there will be a requirement for more pressure and hence more energy and more strain on the AC units. This will also cause the cooling towers to work harder to cool the coils and hence more energy and strain on the machines. Automatically, the easiest and common practice is to bring more air from outside to dilute the problem. However, this will only make the problem bigger. These problems will lead to bigger and more serious long-term problems, which are an increase in maintenance cost, decreased lifespan of HVAC, low-quality indoor air because of odour and temperature, which would lead to vacancies and less commercial returns and hence less asset return. Challenge 2. Reduction of operational costs. The second challenge that faces the HVAC system is the reduction in operational costs. Due to the high temperatures in the region for most of the year, HVAC systems are a large percentage of the operational cost of the building. For example, hotels in some cities in the Gulf region consume 225% more power than similar hotels in Europe. A large portion of this excess consumption has to do with electricity consumed by the HVAC system. This means a 5-star hotel in the Gulf region produces 6,500 tons of CO2 compared to 3,000 tons of a similar hotel in Europe. Hence, an energy-efficient HVAC system is key to reducing energy consumption. Challenge 3. Provision of pleasant working living environment. The third challenge facing HVAC systems has to do with provision of a pleasant working and living environment. Odours within a building constitute a major discomfort for the building's inhabitants or users. Kitchens, dining areas, elevator lobbies, corridors, restrooms, conference rooms, bars and nightclubs are all odour-producing. Smell is a major factor in our quality of life. If odours are unpleasant, they will take priority over any of the other senses. Challenge 4. Provision of a safe working, living environment. The fourth challenge facing HVAC systems has to do with provision of a safe and pleasant working and living environment. By safe, we mean free of microbiological contamination. Hotels, by their nature, are high-risk environments because of the large volume of people who pass through. This is especially true in this region because Middle Eastern and North African cities are attracting people from all corners of the world. Viruses and bacteria infections take around 24 hours to incubate before people start to show symptoms. Nowadays, people can fly from one side of the world to the other in less than 24 hours, meaning they will be exposed to countless viruses and bacteria. This is most evident in how fast the H1N1 flu virus spread through airborne contamination. Challenge 5. Indoor air quality and occupational health. The fifth challenge is improved indoor air quality and occupational health. Studies by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, in the USA have indicated that indoor levels of many pollutants may be 25 times higher and sometimes up to more than 100 times higher than outdoor levels. But generally, indoor air is 4 or 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. The World Health Organization estimates that approximately 30% of newly constructed and remodeled facilities have indoor air quality problems. And studies in the USA have found that the total cost from poor indoor air quality range could be as high as $130 billion per year. These costs take the form of direct medical costs, absenteeism caused by contraction of airborne diseases, or low productivity caused by people coming to work despite being sick. VITEC Antimicrobial Nanotechnology Power Shield. Our first solution is to treat the surface of all the HVAC components and ducts using VITEC Global Limited's antimicrobial nanotechnology. VITEC's antimicrobial nanotechnology, or Power Shield. How does this work? As the liquid is applied to the surface, a monolayer of Power Shield molecules chemically bonds onto it. The molecules are cross-linked with each other and pointing straight out. Because these molecules are at a nano level, they have an almost complete coverage of the surface. The molecules' tails are hydrophobic, meaning they are charged and will attract opposite charged molecules, such as microbiological organisms. The VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology liquid works partially in a physical way by rupturing the cell membrane, thereby destroying the organism. It also works chemically, with the chloride ion preventing transfer across the cell wall, as per the schematic diagram on the screen. Power Shield uses physical and chemical reactions at a nano level, enabling a high level of efficiency against a broad range of microorganisms. This includes gram-positive bacteria, such as pneumonia and MRSA, as well as gram-negative bacteria, such as E. coli and Salmonella. It also works against algae, yeast, fungi, and viruses. So, the benefits of VAN are preventing the growth of mold, mildew, algae, and bacteria on applied surfaces. Protects against microbial deterioration, discoloration, and odor. Provides an invisible, durable microbiostatic finish, thus preventing corrosion of surfaces. Non-flammable. Provides anti-static properties to surfaces. Applies fast and easily. Dries quickly after application. Effective over a broad pH range, 3 to 10. VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology can be applied on the ducts and coils of an HVAC system, thus preventing performance and equipment deterioration resulting from fungi growth. For example, when applied to the inside lining of the duct, the resulting clean, smooth surface will prevent pressure drop along the duct. This will lead to reduced energy costs. There will also be no contamination of the circulating air, leading to higher indoor air quality. The prevention of corrosion of ducts results in acid protection and elimination of another source of contamination, once again improving the indoor air quality. And when applied to coils, it prevents performance deterioration and breakdowns, thus more energy savings and acid protection. VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology can be applied on any type of surface without its efficiency being affected. The illustrated samples show aluminium and concrete surfaces, one of which was treated with the VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology liquid and one that was not. Both samples were then subjected to extreme conditions. The results clearly show the benefits of its application. VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology is also effective in preventing corrosion of the component parts of the HVAC system. Where the surface was treated, there was no corrosion or discoloration, and the unit appears new, while the untreated one has clearly been oxidized. Further benefits of VITEC's HVAC solution include the reduction of operational and energy costs and lowering of maintenance costs. As illustrated in the diagram, this works by 1. Reducing the air volume introduced in buildings. 2. Increase efficiency of coils, resulting in decreasing the workload of compressors. 3. Reducing workload of fans, hence lowering friction levels between the duct walls and circulating, and reducing levels of blockages. Lower maintenance costs by 4. increasing the lifespan of particle filters due to the reduction of air volume. 5. Reducing breakdowns due to the increased workload and strain on the HVAC system. 6. Increasing the lifespan of HVAC system as a whole. One of the main delivered benefits from VITEC HVAC solutions is asset returns by increasing the lifespan and commercial return of assets. As the blood is to a living organism, the air is to the building, with the HVAC system being the cardiovascular system through which it flows. With the VITEC air purification system installed in the HVAC, it can prevent the introduction of contaminants due to climatological conditions, reduce workload of HVAC system and increase its lifespan, treat biological contaminants introduced into the air from occupants and the surroundings, and the protection of interior of building from fungi growth, as well as reducing the particles introduced into the building. By increasing the indoor air quality levels, our product can increase productivity of the workforce by providing a safer and more pleasant working environment. It also protects against biological threats, pandemics, and biological weapons such as anthrax. By integrating the VITEC air system into your building, it will help you gain points in the LEED and Estidama program. These are the results of a trial conducted at a hospital in the UK. When the VITEC mobile unit was placed in room 23, there was a dramatic reduction in biological contamination. This was even true when there was an outbreak of aspergillus, a fungi that comes in from the outside air and can be fatal to humans with weak immune systems, in all connecting rooms. In the illustrated graph, you can see the colony-forming unit per square metre, which is used to calculate biological contamination levels against the different rooms and areas in the hospital. The bar colours show the days. In room 23, the VITEC mobile units were installed. You could see the count was very low, even lower than the outside air. In the upper part of the diagram, you can see the outbreak of aspergillus on each day recorded for each room. However, the room with the VITEC units was aspergillus-free. This was true even though the filters were not fully efficient because they were not treating the air straight out of the duct. The mobile standalone units had to be constantly moved to acquire best results. However, current units are only fitted in ducts. VITEC air purification system can significantly reduce the biological levels in offices. The diagram shows test results from an office where several staff were complaining of respiratory irritation. After 2 VITEC mobile units were introduced, the total biological load had fallen by 84%. But once they were removed, the levels rapidly increased again. VITEC systems result in increased productivity by reducing employee sick leaves and creating a more comfortable and pleasant environment to work in. Another installation was in a juice factory. As the diagram illustrates, after installing the VITEC mobile units, the contamination level inside was more than halved, from 1,108 colony-forming units per square metre to 553 colony-forming units. That's even lower than the contamination level of outside air. VITEC has also designed and installed military-grade versions of its products for clients such as the British and Omani Royal Navies. These units have been placed on military ships and have been designed to withstand challenging environments out on the open seas. Once a naval vessel leaves port, it is fully sealed to become pressure-tight to prevent vulnerability to biological weapon attack. As a result, the same air is constantly recirculated for months on end. As well as military ships, VITEC has been installed on numerous cruise ships. The systems have been proven to remove problem smells from galleys and kitchens, smoky areas such as bars and casinos, restaurants, gyms, restrooms, garbage chutes and sewage vents. VITEC systems have been trialled across the world with more overwhelmingly positive results. At the Center for Disease Control in China, it was found that the VITEC air purification equipment destroyed more than 99.9% of bacteria and viruses, including SARS. At the Department of Nephrology in Moscow's Federal Children's Hospital, they found that after VAPS was installed, there was no reactivation of disease due to air contamination, no traces of any pathogens in the air, and the children being treated there stated that the air seemed to be cooler than before, with less noticeable odours. Also in Moscow, at the Cancer Research Center in the Russia Academia of Medicine, VAPS was shown to remove all pathogenic elements from the air. And closer to home, here in Abu Dhabi at the e-stock brokerage offices, Assistant General Manager said laboratory tests conducted after installations of the system showed dramatic reduction in smoke and odours, as well as airborne volatile organic compounds, bacteria and spores in the air. Considering the enormous benefits of having improved air quality in indoor environment, I have no hesitation in recommending the VITEC Air Purification System for any similar applications, he said. VITEC antimicrobial nanotechnology underwent a 3.5-year-long stringent registration and approval procedure with the US Environment Protection Agency. In 2000, initial testing of the VITEC Air Purification System technology was carried out at the UK Government Research Labs at the Port Down Centre for Applied Microbiology and Research, CAMR, and also at the Defence Science Technology Laboratory, DSTL. The tests were conducted on 3 highly contagious and deadly microorganisms. The first was Bacterium Bacillus goebbergii, better known as anthrax. VITEC air filter systems successfully eliminated an average of 99.924% of the 8 billion bacteria that entered the system on each of the 3 test runs. The second was MS2 coliphage, the stimulant for the smallpox virus. VITEC air filter system eliminated more than 97% of the airborne viruses on a single pass through the prototype system. This has risen to 99.997% in the current modified product. The third was Mycobacterium vaccae, which is globally known as tuberculosis or TB. The VITEC air system eliminated over 99.997% of the airborne bacteria on a single pass through the system. VITEC air purification system has also been included in the Journal of Hospital Infections. The journal is well known around the world amongst the health community. The publication certified the efficacy level of the VITEC air purification system as being equal to or greater than 99.997%, levels achieved only by UPLA-type filters. And as we heard earlier, these filters need very high airflow pressures and hence a lot of energy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time and attention. The team will be ready to assist you with all your questions and queries.